Hello and welcome back to another Router Gods video. My name's Humphrey, your friendly neighborhood Thai language student. So if you signed up for Chulalongkorn University's intensive Thai program and you're stressing out a little bit because maybe you haven't done any preparation, you're wondering what's going to happen, I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks that can help you succeed in class and hopefully lower your stress levels. And just if you haven't tuned into my videos before, I went through Chulalongkorn University's level 5 last year. So last year from March to April. And here's the book and here's the syllabus. Get it into your head that you will not miss a single day of class. You will go to every single class and you will make it on time. You will never be late. You're not missing class no matter what. Even if the sun's going to go supernova, you're still going to go to class. I think this was a big part of how I passed, in how I was successful, in that I never missed a single day of class. I never came in late. I was always there at least a couple minutes early, sometimes 30 to 1 hour early to class. And by the end of class, I passed, and I barely passed. And what I think happened was, if I would have missed a couple days of class, they would not have passed me. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I tell myself. Related to that is, if you haven't visited the campus yet, if you haven't visited the Faculty of the Arts building, which is where the intensive Thai program is held, I highly suggest that you do a dry run. And so take the SkyTrain or the MRT, depending on where you live, go to Siam Station, and do two things. First, if it's during a cooler month, let's say November to December, you may want to decide to walk from the station to class. So walk it and figure out how long it's going to take you to walk, because it's different for everyone depending on how well of shape you are in. If you're used to walking, that may make sense to you. Now, if it's a hotter month, let's say when I went through March and April, you may decide to take the motorcycle taxi. So you need to figure out, get familiar with how much it's going to cost you. Should be 20 to 30 baht. It's not going to be much because it's a very short hop. And figure out how long it takes. And also, if you do this a couple weeks beforehand, you're going to get used to, get kind of to know the motorcycle taxi drivers. Okay, regarding your schedule, on the first day of class, you're going to get the wonderful syllabus right here. The syllabus is completely in Thai. And yeah, it's kind of a shocker, but everything is in Thai. And on one of the pages is your schedule. And the schedule is exact down to the day. This day you'll cover this chapter, this day you'll cover this chapter, this day you get a quiz. And so the things to remember is, on this you'll see that there are different colors. And the different colors correspond to the importance of the days. So the ones that are in a different color, in this case it's orange and green, those are either your cultural days or your quiz and presentation days. So your cultural days, you have 3 to 4 of them. These are 10 extra hours that are kind of going to the market, maybe having a little extra talking practice with other Chulalongkorn students, but you've got 10 extra hours. They take attendance, so you have to go to them. If you miss it, you're screwed. As soon as you get your syllabus, look through your syllabus, and on these special days, which are the cultural offsite days, put that either in your Google Calendar, or what I did is I had a bunch of sticky notes on my fridge, and I kind of had it arranged like a month calendar type of thing. And I had a different color of sticky note for the day of the cultural event, whether it was offsite, whether it was on-site, and the time. That way there was no surprises. I was ready for it. Also, your days for the quizzes. Quizzes are 2 hours long, and that way you can look at the calendar, or you can look at the sticky note and go, okay, well, I've got about 3 days until the quiz. Maybe I should start reviewing. That way I don't cram on the last night before the quiz. and also keeping track of your presentation day. The presentation days are the PowerPoint days. You definitely don't want to leave the PowerPoint creation until the night before. That's terrible. It's stressful. Don't do it. It's much easier to both prepare for your quizzes and prepare for your presentations in increments. You get them a week before. So your presentation, you get the topic the week before. So you got several days to prep. And what I suggest is do a little bit per day. As soon as you get the topic, kind of think through your head like, okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to arrange it? Decide on what you're going to write on, and then as each day goes on, maybe do a paragraph, maybe do a couple slides. That way it's not a shocker. All of your writing assignments have to be turned in handwritten. So no printouts, no computer copy and paste stuff. It's handwritten, and it's going to be about 1 page worth of writing. And what I suggest is, if you have time, practice writing a lot, like multiple paragraphs, pages, 1 page a day, just so you get used to writing that much. Because I think a lot of Thai students, you can write a couple sentences, you can maybe write 2 paragraphs, but not a lot of people can write in just 1 page, just churn out 1 page at will. It's actually very tough. And this is something that you need to get used to before you hit class. Well, you don't need to, but it's going to make your life a whole lot easier if you've practiced a lot of writing. And then when class starts and they give you that first writing assignment, you'll be like, okay, well, I write already. This is not a big deal. Versus, oh my God, I've never written a full page before in my life, in one shot. So practice writing. Also, when you practice your writing, practice the common words that you'll probably use. And this is like simple things like your name, common verbs, the name of the country you're from. So my example is America, right? Knowing how to write America in Thai without thinking, because in one of my classes, in one of my assignments, I wrote America and I had the ending vowel as a short ah instead of America. So I got that wrong, and the teacher scolded me in front of class. I felt pretty bad, but he did have a point. It's basically, how come you can't write the country that you're from in Thai? I mean, that's a bit like embarrassing. And yeah, it's true, right? It's tough, but it's true. And make sure you get all the tone marks right. Make sure you get every single letter right, all the tone marks right. The reason for that is in your quizzes, in every single quiz and also your final, there is a section where they give you a paragraph, it could be a couple paragraphs, and they have about 10 blank lines. So you read the paragraph, and then you have to list every single word that is misspelled. So there'll be 10 words in that paragraph that are misspelled. You have to not only recognize which words are misspelled, but you have to correctly spell, you have to respell it, right? Incorrectly. And if you get a single tone mark wrong, you get the P is flipped the wrong way or the F is flipped the wrong way, then they will mark off for that. So, okay, some technical tips for you guys is if you do not have Microsoft Office with PowerPoint as of now, then I would highly suggest that you subscribe to Office 365 and get PowerPoint. If you do not know how to use PowerPoint, if you've never made PowerPoint slides in your life, you better get used to making PowerPoint slides because that's going to suck if you haven't done that before. Chulalongkorn University Intensive Thai lives on PowerPoint slides for the presentations. So that is like, yeah, you're going to do PowerPoint. In fact, I was talked to because my first presentation, I used Google Sheets. And when I handed in the Google Sheets, they didn't like it. They're like, nope, use PowerPoint. Right? So PowerPoint also, when after you install PowerPoint, you need to do two things. The first one is install Chulalongkorn official font. So Chulalongkorn has their own font. Install it into your computer, and then that will show up. That should show up as one of the fonts in your PowerPoint that you could on the drop down. 2 is make sure you get the Chulalongkorn template, so the PowerPoint template, and I'll put a link somewhere in the description for you to download that. But this has not only the order of the slides, but also the graphics, the pink color that they like to use. When you do your presentations, you got 2 options for the presentations. Is if the presentation's on your laptop and your laptop has HDMI, which pretty much every computer should have HDMI, you could take your laptop up to the front and plug in a long HDMI cable, and it will project up to the big TV in front of class. So that's option 1. I think most people use that, but if you don't want to lug your laptop to school, you could use your phone. So some people, actually a lot of people like using their phones. And then they have a phone adapter that goes into HDMI, and that seemed to work for a lot of people. And the other option you have is if you don't want to bring any of that, then you can put your presentation on a USB stick. And this is the old-fashioned USB-A, the big rectangle connector, USB-A. So you'll need to buy a USB-A stick, memory stick. It doesn't have to be that expensive or that large. I think 32 gigs should be fine. And I had to buy one because, I mean, who carries a USB-A stick anymore? Yeah, I did have a USB-A stick. It was my Thai privileged one that I had, but I didn't want to use that because it would have attracted way too much attention. What's that gold colored USB stick? Yeah, then I would get hit with a billion questions. Okay, bonus tip for you guys is in class, you will have listening assignments, and the listening assignments are in full speed. A lot of times it's Thai news, weather reports. So if you have time, I would say if you're short on time, concentrate on the writing, really concentrate on the writing. If you have some extra minutes in the day, or you just want to be a trooper and really, really prepare, then what I would suggest is watch Thai news, Thai PBS, Amaran TV, Morning Story, whatever Thai news, watch it at full speed, get used to the grammar. So the grammar in the vocabulary level at Chulalongkorn University is on the formal side, governmental, bureaucratic type of speaking, and it's different. Like if you've gone to Duke or you've gone to ALA or whatever, right? You were taught Thai vocabulary, and your way of speaking is completely different than what you will see at Chulalongkorn University. So yeah, Thai news, make sure you watch some Thai news just to get used to the vocabulary, because it's going to have a lot of words that you've probably never seen before or you don't use very often. Okay, Humphrey with Writer Gods. This has been my tips and tricks for you guys on preparing for Chulalongkorn University's intensive Thai program. This is if it's coming up for you guys, especially if it's today is October 25th. If it's coming up in November, you've got about a week to kind of take it easy and prepare for a wonderful 6 weeks of hell. Okay, if you have any questions, put them in the section below. As always, take care, stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.